Okay. I have heard the complaints and all around the internet as I just looked into this, and like I said, this is goes to tell you how much I'm not in the loop on things. So the whole hoorah about this is Disney's got an upcoming short animated feature, or is it going to be a full length animated 3D Pixar picture about uh, the Afro American black man being the stepfather to look what looks like Asian kids with an Asian lady, with a good looking Asian lady, 3D animated female character. um, what are my thoughts about this? Well, I'm going to have a difference of opinion. I'm not going to go along with the same narrative that a lot of Afro male black YouTubers are going by. Not that I'm condoning this either. This is just a fair and balanced perspective. I think this needs to be shown because a lot of, even though I feel it's still a myth to me that we are in a lot of these interracial relationships, us as men of color, but we are, but I still haven't had my situation with that yet, because of my dating situation and how I feel how women are towards me. But that's another topic, another story for like discussion. The main thing is that a lot of Afro American men of color are now in these interracial relationships. It is what it is. Everybody's in an interracial relationship. What is the big deal here? What is the big controversy here? I want everybody to be happy as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Because at times, I'm feeling like I ain't got nobody, period. I mean, this is how I felt for the last 20 years. I felt like nobody has really, really wanted me. Whether black, white, Latina, it doesn't matter. In my heterosexual realm of liking women, no race of woman has really actually liked me like that or been attracted to me like that. If anything, the women I've encountered, they've wanted to control me. That's all of them. Black, Latina, Spanish, Asian, it doesn't matter. Now, I haven't really had that much encounters with Asian women, but a lot of fellow men of color are more successful in these certain relationships I see more than I've been, because I'm inexperienced in an interracial relationship. I had only one time I had that experience. It's back in 1996, and I was stupid young, didn't know what love was about back then, but I knew that honestly this chick was into me. I was into her. Her name was Kelly Hernandez. She was from a church youth rally, because I was going to a lot of church functions back then, in the Christian, I was raised in a Christian home. I'm not gonna lie about that. And I was going to these so-called other church congregational sector youth rallies, where they had a group of diverse females there at these congregations. And I met this, fellow young lady by the name of Kelly, and we hit it off. And we would see each other at the youth rallies, but we never got to first base. We never did. I will admit that. And she was Mexican, Italian, and Filipino. And she was pretty attractive to me. I don't have a photo of her. I put her up and I show her. But that's not the case in point. I've only had one experience of interracial relationship in my life, and it never really went anywhere. The rest of the time, I've lived over the 29, 30-something years I've been here in the Bay Area. I have had nothing. And to me, I feel like hardcore Tito. A lot of women have ulterior motives, so I don't trust a lot of women, and that's why I haven't really put myself out here in the United States sector of dating. Now I'm doing, the international thing. I won't say how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because I don't want to get no backlash, because I already know like what it is, and I know that certain men in the manosphere feel a certain way about dating and interracially, and especially one who has a platform who tries to burn passport men. I mean, why are you so? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, I don't know if we're so confused that we can't know which way is up or something. We as Afro American black men in the United States of America need to take up our responsibilities for our own actions. Our lives are our lives. We go through what we go through, but at the end of the day, we're still men, and we still have choices out here, and we still have options. And I say, if Disney's promoting this so-called stepdad, which I don't care at this point. If a black man is being accepted by a female who really endearingly loves him, and she's very supportive, and she has kids from a previous relationship, I'm not saying that and I'm not advocating that Afro American men need to be the poor, the Pullman Porter for other races of men's kids. I'm not saying that. But if this woman really truly cares about this man, which is what I think they're trying to do with this, I don't see what the big deal is. I know a lot of African American men don't want to be put in a certain light, but everybody's doing this. Caucasian men do this. They marry into another woman who has kids from another man. This is all worldwide, man. This ain't just one race thing. So, at the end of the day, with this Disney stepdad thing, I'm not promoting it at all. I'm just saying, wow, I didn't know it was that much of a big of an issue. I mean, a kid's cartoon. This cultural era that we're in, it is all about diversity. That's all it is. There may be some agenda to this, but if they're doing such as like this, now it depends on the story and the concept of where they're putting this 3D black, animated brother in. Is he going to be, are they going to have him be not only just the Pullman Porter in this interracial step relationship, is he going to be, treated in here like he's a joke, like he's just a simp? Now that's what we need to be looking at. How is he going to be? How is this image of a black male animated character going to be in this movie that we need to take a look at eternally? Like, is he going to be treated like a lot of the other types of male cartoons that are, interracial, non-racial, or non-black characters that they've had in these 3D cartoons? Is he going to be treated the same way, like a simp, like somebody that's to laugh at, to, oh, look at him, oh, look at the dumb, black guy with the Asian lady and her kids? It's slapstick comedy. He's falling everywhere. He's doing certain things that are out of order that we as black men should be concerned about. That's understandable. But at the same time, yes, should we be concerned of how they are going to portray him? Portray a 3D brother or a fellow Afro male, melanated male in this characterization of this cartoon movie, of this 3D cartoon Pixar movie. Okay? So I'm coming from a different perspective. I like the concept that they are knowing and willingly knowing that black men are out here interracially, dating and mating, with certain prospects of women that are outside the melanated, outside the melanated, sector. But why be so frustrated at a cartoon? I don't allow my image as a black man to filter what's on the TV. I make my own image. I go by what I know and who I represent is me. And if this is put out there in such a way that is derogatory towards the man of color, then I can understand if it's going to go there. If it's going to go there, but Disney is for kids, and no telling. Like I said, Disney's marketing this because they knowing now that there are probably a lot of kids in relationships like this. There's an Asian kid out there who has a African American, or as they, politically correct, Black American father, or like stepdad. And in some cases, that might be a good thing, that they're bringing to light black men in these interracial relationships and how they work pretty decently good. Now, like I said, if they make him to be a simp in this, now that's another topic for another story, because we know how, in general, men cartoons, male comedy, family comedies, how they put the male as a dummy. You know what I'm saying? As a dummy, he's not really head over his household. The wife is just, calling the shots, and looking at him like, oh, you know, there's your father again. I mean, if it's going to be another Cleveland type, and, you know, which that's totally far, you know, different. And that's made to be like that for a reason. I'm not saying there's no justification for it, but that's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That show right there called Cleveland with the little black, heavy set black character and his black wife and his kids that look a little, you know, the son talks a little dumb and funny. You know, the images that they put on there are not for you to really so far as to eternally see that like that. But if they're putting this out here and it's going to be good, and they're not going to have the brother or the black male 3D animated character be the laughing stock or the laughing joke that they're trying to put a man of color into, as, oh, look at, black American men are like this. Look how dumb they are. You know, if they're putting it in that way, then we have a problem. But if this is going to be sincere, endearing, and I know some of you guys out there in the manosphere don't like the fact when black men take on stepfather to another man's. I understand that's a big issue, but some dudes are doing that. And some of these guys have found out that the relationships have been pretty decent for the most part. The woman is in there. Now, I understand there are other factors involved with this. Coach Greg Adams is put it basically about the child support thing. I get it. I get it. But this is a kid's cartoon. It's fantasy. We don't know what's going to be there. So I'm not going to really knock it up. But if they want to show this and make the epitome of the black male as like, well, we noticed that, you know, black men out here are interracially dating. Let's put this out there. They are grabbing at straws. Disney is doing anything and everything so that they can make that money because they know people know the brand. They know who, you know, they know the studio. They know Disney is a conglomerate, as it is. It shouldn't be, in my opinion. But then again, that's another topic for another story. I don't want to go through all woke Hollywood theories and conspiracies. I just don't. A lot of you other fellow YouTuber Afro men of color do those channels. That's fine. I get it. But in this sense, I'm not going to rag on this thing. This thing might just be very interesting. So with that in mind, for Afro American Black male, this is not emulating real life. It is, to a subtext, it really is. Because there are some black men in these interracial relationships with women who take on their kids. And this is cool seeing this. This is cool seeing this because this has never been done before. So if that's the case, let it be. It's just a cartoon. Let it be. All right. Rolando G here. That's my 2 cents in on the Disney Pixar black male stepdad 3D Pixar cartoon. Whether or not it's going to be as big as it is, I don't know. It may just fall right up under the radar. All right. That's all I got to say. All right. I'm out.